We are at the house of the customer, so we have to run cable from the basement here, first floor, second floor, attic. So we have to do a big job. So in this case, even if you see the house and you're thinking, well, the house seems to be very little, this is like a week of work. So now I'm going to show you step by step how we have to do in order to run all the cable. Usually you have two options. One, you can run everything outside. That's not going to look very good. Otherwise you have to use conduit, outdoor cable and everything, or you can do it everything inside. It will be the best option. So in this case, we're going to put the rack or the cabinet for the network switch and everything in the basement here. And then in each room, we're going to install two Ethernet ports and one coax because the customer wants DirecTV. Also, we are going to do the same thing in every room. Also, we're going to install access points, so in each ceiling, so that way this guy is going to have very good signal everywhere, and he's going to be able to be happy. So let's start with the shop, and I'm going to show you everything that is needed. When you have to run cable in an old house, you have two options. You can do it everything outside of the house, or running a conduit, or you can do it from inside. So the best way is if you can do it from inside. In this case, we found a pipe that goes from the attic to the basement, and it goes through every floor. So that is what we did. We ran cables from here, for instance, from the basement to the first floor. That was the easiest part because they have an unfinished basement. And then we did, in order to run the cables to these floors that you see here, what I did is running the cables from the basement to the attic. The attic is unfinished as well, so that was great, and it made the work easier. So what we did, like I said before, from the basement to the attic, and from the attic to the rooms that you see over here. So that way we went down, and that is how we were able to reach every room. So that is what you can do. Otherwise, I mean, each house is different. You have to see which one is the best way. And I'm going to show you inside how we can do the job here in this place. As you can see, we have the Ubiquiti. We're going to take them out of the box and we're going to install them. As you can see, I am in the second floor. So now I have to install the access point here. I see the light, alright, as you can see, I have the electric light fixture. So I'm going to make the hole over here. So because we're here in the middle, and this is where I am in the second floor, so that way you can see. Okay, now I made the hole. As you can see, we can see through the other side. The best way to guide you is using the light fixture, like I told you before. So all the path is clear. Now I have to install the bracket. Later we are going to install the access point here, and everything should be good. Once you made the holes, I mean, it's very easy. You put it there, use a pen, mark the holes, and then you leave this whole big hole that you see here is to run the Ethernet cable. We're going to put the screws, and it should be fixed like that, and the hole will be covered by the access point. I made the hole over there, but I have to chisel the concrete on the other side. As you can see, we have the drill bit on the other side. I have to go to the other side, run the cable, and that's it.
as you can see, have the drill on the other side. So now run the cable, that's it. Right, as you can see, we have the drill bit on the other side. I have to go to the other side, run the cable, and that's it. We are here, so we have the cable. We have to put some staples against the beams, and here we have everything. So I have to connect the access point here. I have to set it up. Once it's up and running, we're going to put it where it should go, and that's it. All right, as you can see, we put the 4 nuts in the metal plate, and that's it. We should be good. Right, as you can see, I installed the second one. This is the second one. The first one was in the attic, so now I have to go to the first floor, install the other one, and that's it. Right, as you can see, we have the hole here. So in order to cover the hole, we're going to use the gap and cracks filler. So we're going to put some plastic bag on the bottom, I mean in the back, in the better bag, and then we're going to fill this up. So otherwise the foam is going to fall in the hole, and we don't want any of that. As you can see, we put all the foam. So what we're going to do is, once it's dry, we are going to cut it flat, paint it later, and that's it, and it should look decent. As you can see, I took the bag out of this place. We're going to cut the multi-tool here, and it should be good enough. So now I'm going to show you. As you can see, once we got the biggest part, we can sand it out a little bit, and it should look good. In this case, because the wall is completely solid, a solid brick, so we're going to put this little biscuit here. Then we're going to put the coaxial next to that, so that way the customer can have both in one place. So we're going to put this right now. As you can see, everything is in place. Now we should move forward with working with the other biscuit. That's it. We're going to fill up this hole. So because I was thinking running the cable through here, but this is a brick wall. There is no way to run any cable, so I had to do it over there. So what we're going to do is we're going to fill this up with this. We are going to cover the hole. As you can see, it's overflowing, so it's dry. So now we can cut it flush against the wall, and everything should be good. Okay, we can fill it up the hole a little bit, and we should be good now with spackling. I put some spackling over there and let it dry, and that should be good. We're going to start sanding this down, so that way everything will look much better. Oh, okay, flat. we're going to fill it up the little holes, paint it later. That's it. Let's just put some putty, and now we have to wait until it dries out. We can sand it up a little bit, and that's it. Alright, as you can see, we are in the attic now. So that is the window over there. So she was running the fishing tape or the sticks over there. I told her to move it over there. Now that we are in the right place, now what we can do is unscrew this, as you can see here. Once we screw it, we put the cables here, and then we can pull it from the other end, and then that is how we run the cable through the wall. Right, we are here in the room. As you can see, we have two holes. So we have the stud here in the middle. So my helper is up there. So now she was putting the fishing tape here, and I found it here. So as you can see over there, the white one is okay. That one is the one I have to grab. So for that, we're going to grab this tool, very useful, and let's hope we can fish it and take it out. Meanwhile, she's if you have this, like maybe a few feet down or something like that, you can tell her to, or your helper, you know, to pull it up, and then what you can do is once you feel the metal, you pull it out, and now we should be able to tape it up upstairs. Right, so here we are in the last floor, as you can see, and we are trying to make the holes through the beams, as you can see over there, so that way we can run the cables and it will look better. Also, if someday they want to finish and put in drywall in all this place, it will look better and it will not cause any problem for the people who runs the drywall. As you can see, we have the cables over there, we have the holes. I'm going to show you with this, so that way we can make the holes through the studs, and we can run the cable and everything will look better. Okay, with the perfect angle, as you can see, you can make the holes in the weirdest place. As you can see, we're in this attic. It has some several water damage, as you can see. What I recommend, if you have to redo the roof, is to apply sealant. So if you apply sealant, you're not going to get, bad wood. I mean, the wood will not get rotten or anything like that, and you don't have to replace it or fix anything like that. The only thing that you have to do is just replace, the shingles that are bad, and that's it. Other than that, if you do those type of things, the wood will last almost forever. So always put a sealant. Nobody does that, but that is one step that will help you to prevent the big damage, because if you have problems like this, as you can see, this damage, it's going to cost a lot more if you have to start replacing pieces of wood because you didn't put some sealant. So that is my advice. If you have to repair it or replace the whole roof and do it all over again, apply sealant and you should be good. So that way, if you have any leaks or anything like that, the wood will not get rotten or will not get damaged. The same thing if you have sinks, bathtub or anything like that where you're going to get any damage in the future, because that happens all the time. Wherever you have water or valves or something like that, or roof, is going to get damaged sooner or later. even if it's new, maybe 5 years on the road or 10 years on the road, you're going to have water problems. So if you prevent that, protecting the wood, you should be good. As you can see, everything is through the beams, and we have more cable, of course, and then so that we were able to run everything through the beams, as you can see over there, so that we were able to reach every room, and everything goes through the pipeline that you see over there, through the basement, and then that is how we were able to achieve everything. So that is one of the tricks in order to make it look neat. Here, where you have the cables over there, baseball or do something else. Otherwise, it's going to be more difficult. But other than that, everything turned out very well. Alright, this is another place I've been cutting. So I've been using this tool. It works amazingly. The cut blaster is great. So you put it like that, cut here, cut there, because this is for this type of things. And then you cut it, you put the screws in, and it will stay in place. Alright, so we have the cable, as you can see. That is the hole that we were working on. So we have this RG45 female, as you can see. And then we have two options. We can use the norm A on the top or B on the bottom. Same thing on the other side. A, B, we're going to use B. So you have, if it's B, is solid green, light green, solid brown and light brown, and in the other side is light orange, solid orange, light blue, and solid blue. Otherwise, it will be something else if you want to use the one on the top. In this case, we're going to use the one on the bottom. So the idea is the cable is going to be like that, and we have here a edge, as you can see, and we're going to use this tool. So in this tool, as you can see, we have the blade on this side. Hopefully you can see the blade on that side. So if you cut, you have to punch it like that, because if you use the blade in the other side, you will cut the ones that are coming in the middle, and things are going to come loose apart. So that is how you have to do it in each one of them. You will be okay. So for that, we are going to untie the cable, make it straight. Alright, so we're going to put the orange here, this the B side. Solid green, light green, brown. There we go. So now we're going to put it against the table. We're going to punch each one of them with the blade outside. And outside. As you can see, it's cutting the cube like it should. We do the same thing, we rotate it, we can twist it a little bit. And there we go. It will come loose. That's it. As you can see, this is all good. Now we can leave it like that. And now we're ready to put it in the faceplate. Alright, we have the faceplates. So this goes only in one way. As you can see there. We finish it. That's it. Now we have to put the other one, and that's it. Alright, as you can see, it looks decent. We have to fill this up with some putty. Same thing here, and then we can paint it and everything will look perfect. Alright, now we have the rack on the floor, so you can use some anchors and screws and anchors for concrete, or if you have wood, you use something for wood, like drywall screws or anything like that. So in this case, we're going to use this unit. As you can see, we have a different unit. This is the rack where we're going to put that switch that you see over there, and then we're going to put it here, and then patch panel and everything else. So what I recommend is to use the first one, at least for the switch. We're going to put one of these nuts, as you can see here. So it has these little gaps that you see over there. So basically you're going to put them like this, as you can see, from the inside the part. And once you do that, you do the same thing in both places, like this, like that. And then we are going to put the screws that come with the kit, and we should be good. So now I'm going to show you how it is done. As you can see, we put the 4 screws in those ends. Now we have to install the patch panel here. So that way we are going to do the same thing, and then we have to terminate the cables in the other side, and that's it. Alright, we're going to punch the cable here in the patch panel, as you can see. So we're going to start with this. So here we have the numbers, as you can see, 6, 5, 4, so and so on. So we have the colors. So on this side we have the B. So as you can see, it says B, and here it says A. Here A and B. So we have to follow the colors, the pattern of colors that we have here on this side, like that, and then the same thing here, and we should be good. So we're going to start like that. For that, we have to untwist the cables. So as you can see, here we have, I'm going to zoom in so that way you can see better. So as you can see, here we have the green, the solid green and the light green. So we're going to put those two here. And then the next one, as you can see, is blue and light blue. There we go. Have these here, and we do the same thing here. So as you can see, on the bottom we have solid brown, light brown, solid orange, and light orange. So that is what we are going to do here. Remember, shut the blade on this side, otherwise the connection will come undone. And that's it. There we go, perfect. So later we can put the caps and that's it, but that is how we have to work all the way through it. As you can see, everything is working properly. So that is how you test everything. My helper, she's organizing the cables and everything. So we did another run from that end to this side. We went through the beams. Here we have more cables, and we use this main pipe, as you can see over here, to run all the cables from the upstairs to here, and then we have everything is going to that rack, so that way we can have everything well organized in that place, and all the connections, TV and everything in one place. As you can see, this is the place. So this is the plan for the future when they put the drywall on the ceiling. All these cables that you see, I did individual cables, so I did a roll for each cable that is coming to the patch panel and to the connections for coax. Different cables, different rolls, as you can see over there as well. So once they have this almost all the way done, at least this part, we can leave some few rolls on the ceiling and then come back here with the raceway, and then all the cables will go from here to here, and then we have enough slack to do anything else. So for now, that's it. So when the customer finish the basement, everything will turn out great. So for now, this is how it's going to be. Right, we have the raceways, as you can see over here. So now we are going to run some type of plywood here, or I'll see if I can put this maybe with hooks all the way over there, and they are going to come down over here, and I'll see if I can put another plywood here to make it look a little bit prettier, and maybe I can put another one over here, and I'll try to hide the cables over there, so that way everything is going to be coming down like that, and from that it's going to get in here. So here we have the power strip. As you can see, you can turn on and off each outlet that you have in the back, so that is very cool. Now we're going to install this, so the way we can put it somewhere in this place. Also, I have a shelf that we have here. It will be the same thing, so that way we can put the cable modem, and everything will be neat, and these things are not going to be on the floor or hanging somewhere. So let's start. All right, I have a UPS strip light, as you can see here, and you have to install these ears in one side, in the other. Usually in one end it comes with this plastic here, so you take it out and then you're going to be able to install this like that. Put the screws that come with it, for 2 in each side, and that's it. So this is how it looks like. I'm going to install it in the other side, in the rack where I'm working right now. This is the unit that I'm working, so this is how it looks like. So very easy to install. I recommend to use something like this, so that way it will not take that much space. my idea to organize all the mess that you see here, even if everything is in a nice roll. So I'm going to install this type of raceways on the side over here and over there. So we have screws, as you can see here. I mean, we have the holes, so we can put a few screws here and there, put it against the wall, and then we are going to have a nice comb of cables like that, and everything should be nice. All right, we are going to teach you how to crimp these connectors. So as you can see, we have the red one, it goes here, and then we can put yellow, blue, whatever else we have it laying around. So we're going to use this. I'm going to teach you how to install it, because we are going to replace this one. This is only one block, you cannot take it apart, it's more complicated. So if you want to organize cables, it's better if you can unplug them, plug them back in. If you want to change the place, let's say you don't want the red here, you want the red here, blue here, or whatever, you just take it out, put it wherever you want, and that's it. So but from the other side, I'm going to teach you how to build these things, so that way you can do it yourself. So in this case, when you buy the amp com like you see here, they are very good. I like it. I like the system. So basically, this is how it works. You put it in one way, and it will not fit. If you put it in the other way, that is how it fits. So after that, you push it all the way in, and then you twist it like this, and then that's it. When you hear the noise, the click, that means it's in place. If you want to remove it, you have to lift up this little handle, and that's it. Take it out and do whatever you want. So in this case, as you can see, we have the norm A and B. So same thing here, A and B. So we're going to use norm B in this case. So now we're going to put one of these cables. We're going to take it apart. Alright, once you have stripped the cable a little bit, we're going to cut it here. And then we're going to get rid of the plastic in the middle and the little string. And that's it. Now I'm going to cut here, so it looks better. Now we're going to put it here like that, and that's it. So now, remember the color that I told you. We're going to use norm A. So we're going to use the brown one here. There we go. We have the right one. We have to use the path. Now we are going to use the orange, solid orange, or light orange. We're going to use that. And then use this, the ant path. There we go. And there, yeah, we have this. And now we have to do the same thing. So this is the path to go to the Wizard of Oz. Yep, here, there you go. The blue one. We don't have a yellow one. I was teasing you about the path of Oz, but you know, the road. I think that is how it's called. Alright, here we have the green one, light green. As you can see, blue, light blue, and blue. So now that we have everything like that, Now we have to put this back. Remember, it goes only one way. If you put it in the wrong way, it will not fit. So put it as close as possible, and then you turn it, and that's it. So it's going to stay fixed in place. You can push it a little bit more, just in case, and that's it. That should be enough. Just cut it here, done. So now we have to do the same thing in everything else. Right, as you can see, we are going to organize everything. I have everything here. That is the main idea, as you can see here. So that way we can take them all out, organize them very nicely, and everything should look good. So as you can see, I put the hook here, another one over there. I loop it around, and then I come here, and then I have just a small slack enough to make it fit here. Once I do that with every one of them, everything should look good. And if you need add more of those, you can add it in the other side, or you can add it, another over here, another one over there, as many as needed. So the way we are going to have enough slack. Otherwise, if you want, you can cut them just the right size, and that's it. But like that, if they need to move these racks some other place, they will be able to do it because they have enough slack. Right, the job is almost done, so it looks much better. We don't have everything hanging as it was before. So one of the tricks is to buy this type of hooks. So the way you put the hook, as you can see over there, another over there, as you can see. So the way you can keep the cables against the wall, otherwise they are going to try to come, they are going to try to fall towards this way. So with this type of raceway that you see, that you can run the cables, on the side, as you can see over here too. So you can move them towards this way or towards the other way. We will see. So for now, I'll try to put them on this way, put the covers that I have on the floor, and everything should look much decent. Later, what we can do is just put all the cables together with those type of sleeves that will keep everything in place, and everything should look very, very good. So as you can see, we have the lights here. So we'll do turn off my light. So we have lights. The switch, you can turn them on and off, as you can see. And that way you don't have to unplug everything. So if you want the switch to go to power cycle the switch, you turn one of the switches, and that's it, and so on with everything else. Right, as you can see, everything is looking much better. So as you can see, all the cables are over there, here, most of them. Maybe I can try to move those here, so that way everything could be together, but at least for now it's good. Later I'll try to buy a sleeve to put all these in one place, like a small conduit for both sides, and everything should look decent. For now, we have this cable that is over there, that is for the power, because the customer wants to install the outlet here. We are going to do that another day. For now, he has this, so that is why I have the extension cord running all over there, as you can see, and it's there. Later, we will make it look pretty when we have just an extension or an outlet here, an electric outlet, instead of everything hanging over there. Other than that, I mean, it looks very decent. Something is the organizer, so that I didn't do the video, but it's very easy. So basically, inside of the organizer, you're going to put all the slack of the patch cores, as you can see here, and because here on the bottom we have the patch panel, so we put different colors. So if you want, you can play with these later, it doesn't matter. You can change the faceplate of this. The connector will stay in the same place. If you want to put the same color with the patch panel, the connectors with the patch core, you can do the same. This is what I have right now. Maybe later I'll try to get more colors or same thing, but for now this is how it looks like. So very decent. and see you next time. We have a hole here that we're going to cover. That was a failed hole. Now we're going to put a piece of wood here to cover it up, and then we're going to put some expanding foam, and that should do the trick. From the other side, we cover it with putty, and that's it. I have to make 2 holes, as you can see here, and the other in the other end. Otherwise, the wood will crack, and that is not what you want. So we're going to put it like that, and that's it. As you can see, we cover the hole, and we can fill it up in the other side. The wood didn't crack or anything like that. So now we're good. And the other one in this side doesn't matter because it's inside of the wall. Nobody is going to see it in the other side. Right, as you can see, we see the wall, the wood in the other side, and the other hole that I was talking about is inside of this wall, so we should be good. Now we're going to fill this up, and that's it. Alright, okay, as you can see, we filled up this hole. Now we have to wait until it cures, and then sand it down, put some putty, and that's it.